When it comes to our favorite topics at Disneyland, there's maybe nothing better than the different foods that they have to offer. I love going to Disney for the different types of sweet treats and savory snacks. There is so many to choose from. How can you possibly pick the right ones? Well, we're here to share with you our top 5 must-have foods every time we go to Disneyland. Hello everybody, welcome to RTD Adventures. My name is Brian.
My name's Jacob.
And when we're talking about foods, of course there's a lot to choose from. And while our preferences might not be the same as anybody else, we just want to share with you what we think are must-try foods. If you haven't had these, definitely give it some thought because these are foods that we have every single time we're in the parks.
Every single time. Starting with an all-time classic, the hand-dipped corn dog at the Red Wagon towards the end of Main Street to the right. You can't miss it. It's a big red wagon. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Literally a hand-dipped corn dog of savory goodness. It's so good. It's hand-dipped and fresh. Like, it's right there. They just hand-dip it. It does its thing after they fry it and they give it to you. It's wonderful. One of the best treats that you can get. One of. Not the best, but one of.
Next up on the list is another all-time classic. We of course are talking about the Dole Whip, found in the Tropical Hideaway and the Tiki Juice Bar in Adventureland. Now this one is really awesome on a hot day, and it's also awesome on a cold day, but this is a must-have. And the Pineapple Dole Whip, of course, is the classic, but they've got new flavors coming out all the time, seasonal treats that cannot be missed. I think last time you went, you had a cheesecake Dole Whip.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Strawberry cheesecake. Coconut is a great option too. Mango was my favorite last time I was there. There's so many different great options. That means there's always a new flavor for you to try when you come back. On a hot day, on a cold day, like I said, this is a great treat no matter what. And it pairs perfectly with the next one on our list,
which is the churro, which is like a staple in Disneyland. You can't turn a corner without seeing either a stand, like a pop-up stand, or just like something on the menu for a specialty churro, or just the original churro. These things are delicious, they're sweet, they're cinnamony. Cinnamony, is that a word?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They're delicious, and like Brian said earlier, it doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, they're delicious at all times. And they do pair weirdly, but they pair perfectly with those Dole Whips. I didn't think the cinnamon and pineapple Dole Whip would pair well together, but it really does. So we suggest it next time you're there. If you haven't, I don't know why you haven't, but if you haven't, make sure you get a churro.
And as if the Dole Whip varieties weren't enough already, there's so many different churro options. I don't think, at least it's not possible for me to get all the different flavors of churros because there's so many different ones that they release almost on a monthly basis. Yeah. And there's, I don't know, probably 5 or 10 different churro variations every time we go there. And they're always different from the last time too. So there's a great option of churros that are, by the way, much better than the versions you find in Florida.
Much better.
So if you're used to the Florida parks, forget any churros you've had over there. You must get the churros in California. They are the best churros ever.
And the churros end up being kind of a scavenger hunt anyways, because yeah, typically you don't see like 5 different kinds of churros available at a cart. Normally, you're looking around going, where'd you get that churro from? And then you can either have to find out where it's from or look at the app. But yeah, have fun doing that.
How about some good old fried chicken? And not just any fried chicken, but the best fried chicken that I maybe have ever had, from the Plaza Inn. At the end of Main Street, you're gonna find the Plaza Inn, and this is just, it's amazing. It's almost beyond description. It's so good. So the first fried chicken I ever had in Disney was at Flo's V8 Cafe. Good, okay chicken, but I thought that the chicken would just be the same across the park. It is absolutely not. So the fried chicken at the Plaza Inn is one of the best foods that Disney has to offer, period. And on top of all that, they give you a side of mashed potatoes and gravy and green beans, and they give you a dinner roll. It's great.
It's so much food for what you're paying. I thought, Brian told me about it. That was the first time I've ever been there. I've been there multiple times in Disneyland, but I've never actually been to the Plaza to this last trip. For what you're getting, it's a lot of chicken, a lot of fried chicken. It tastes like delicious, of course, but it's just like, I don't know, crispy, and I hate the word, but it was very moist. It really was though. It was not dry at all. It was fantastic.
Yeah, and if you talk about bang for your buck, $22 I think is what the chicken was last time we were there. Yeah. It's really hard to find a meal of that quality where you get that much food anywhere in Disneyland.
And then we come to one of my favorites, Bengal BBQ, and I'm talking about is the Bengal BBQ Skewers. Now there's a few different options that you can get from this place, but I also like the Bengal BBQ Skewer, which is on the menu. There's a few different varieties of meats. You can do the Safari Skewer, which involves asparagus wrapped in bacon. And it's all on a skewer. It's delicious. It's the perfect snack or meal, kind of depending how hungry you are. And it's one of those bang for your bucks. Just as Brian said a little bit earlier, it fills you up no matter what kind of mood you're in. In fact, just go back and buy another one if you're still hungry, because they're that delicious. And not only that, but I also love the jungle julep that's there. Just an honorable mention, which is a delicious drink. It's like a purple non-alcoholic slushy. It's amazing.
Word of wisdom, when you're going to Bengal BBQ, especially in the middle of the day, the lines can get pretty long for this, so think ahead and put that mobile order in before you're hungry. So those are our top 5 must-have foods every time we're in Disneyland, and those are also the top 5 foods we recommend that new people that have not been to Disney give a try on their first trip. But obviously our list is going to be different than yours, so we want to hear what are your top 5 foods that you must have every single time you go to Disney. Leave that in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like this video, share it around, subscribe to this channel. We've got more awesome Disney content always coming your way every single week. But just like always, we want to say thanks for watching.